I'm just like this surfer guy from San Diego who doesn't really, you know, I'm not into like really being any kind of like famous person, you know, because that would fuck everything up, wouldn't it? It would fuck up any kind of like writing as a real person or writing as a member of the community, you know, which I still am. So, I just don't want that to change. And I don't know, I mean, we're still living off the same amount of money, like $800 a month, and I guess there'll be a big paycheck someday or something, you know, after they, like, collect the money for records being sold, and what I'll probably do is just, you know, put money into some young bands that I see around, and I'll try to see people that have the same ambition that I did, you know, who would, like, kill their parents to play music, you know, which I didn't do. They died on their own, mysteriously. What makes me feel strange is that so many people relate to lyrics that are, you know, dealing with a lot of, you know, crap that I've been through and a lot of crap that people around me are going through, a lot of crap that I see groups of people go through, and people relate to it. So it's a little disheartening that so many people can relate to all the crap that's going on, you know. It means that there's just crap going on everywhere, and what's good about this life, I don't know. I don't know, so maybe it's just that, maybe the beauty of life is actually getting through the struggle. You know, maybe that's the beauty of it, is the struggle itself, and the fact that we all somehow live through it or have the drive. You know, if you ever sat on a beach and started looking at all the little granules of sand and really getting into, like, the size of that space, these little granules, and then you see a little ant poke its head up, and then you push sand over it and see if he can make his way out, you know? And he does. He barely makes it through, and then what do? You just take a whole nother, you know, to us, what would just be, you know, a ton of sand just over us. We still climb out of it, you know? And people are going to keep doing that, you know, just as we did when we were kids with these bugs and other animals we might have toyed with.
Because they seem so personal, you know, how did they react?
I mean, I don't really talk to them that much. I'm removed from my family. I'm really close with my little brothers, you know. I got three little brothers. I'm the oldest of four, and they've always kind of looked up to me, even though they're all about 6'3" right now. But, and I'm like 4'2". But, as far as like reaction from parents or something, you know, I don't really talk to them. I never really had much of never really had any guidance growing up, you know. My mom's okay. But my father, haven't spoken to him for years, and if I did, it would probably be, you know, angry words. So.
I think he's heard the album, yeah.
I found out from one of my little brothers that, yeah, and he was actually playing it for his kids. He has other kids, and it made me feel kind of weird, like, I wonder if he was taking any credit. And in many ways, he should take credit because he's driven me to write a lot of angry songs. Out something. You know, why else, you know? Just so you can, like, I guess some people, like, write songs to escape, you know, and sing about, you know, Saturday night is Saturday night, you know, tonight. I could sing about, you know, Saturday night, dropping down a few beers or just guzzling things and having women or something like that. That's an escape. I guess people listen to music that way, but that's not what for me, that does nothing, because that's not real. So deal with reality, and then through the music and the power of music, it somehow gets a little bigger, and you get caught up in the emotion or whatever, and then you come out of it and you've kind of like dealt with something real through an escape thing as music, and then it seems like you've succeeded in getting away from your everyday life, and you've kind of like dealt with something in the process, or you found yourself in this song, or you found yourself in this situation, and that's why you could relate, or that's why it means something when somebody sings that part or just starts to wail at the end of the song, you know, because you feel like wailing yourself. You can relate to that. I was mentioning before, it's a game of concentration, and it's a game of focus, but it's something you can't, it's easy to make a basket. Actually, it's not that hard to make a basket, it's just so easy to miss. So it takes this kind of, this flowing train of thought where you can just let your body go and have the ball go in, and that's maybe I think we apply that to music as well, where you can kind of subconsciously open yourself up. I mean, it definitely takes effort, but if you just kind of let it flow through and just keep yourself in this position where you're just being a conduit to what's coming through, you know, like emotionally, or what's inspiring you, you know, to getting it out. I mean, when Mike plays his guitar or with a lead or something, you know, he's not looking down at every note. He's more, you know, he's got his head back and he's like feeling it somehow. And, you know, I think that's the same way that I write songs as well. It's just more like removing myself. They asked William Burroughs, or they told William Burroughs once if he was a genius, and he said no, but perhaps I was possessed by genius for 45 minutes or so at this certain time when I wrote this. And I totally agree with that. I mean, if anything, it's like getting out of the way. Getting yourself out of the way is, you know, I can't take credit for anything I've written.
Phrase, are you beginning your life again?
No. I mean, I began my life again when I was about 13 or 14, when I decided I was going to go off on my own and just do it, you know, because parents were splitting up and things like that, and I wasn't gonna side with either of them, and so that's when I began my life again, and I'm really glad I did. I think we all need to. That's probably the hardest point when you're so young and have no power, can't have a license, you can't vote on things that are important to you, and in many ways, I mean, I had a really bad fight once. I remember not even being able to get medical treatment, you know, because I was too young. I needed somebody to sign for it. Well, I didn't have parents in my life. Amazing struggles as a young kid that you go through, even in a so-called free country like America. But, so once you get past that point, you know, you should be okay. I mean, anybody who's like 18 years old in America, they should be able to take control of their life. If they're younger, there's ways you can go about it, and I'm proof.